From the Super Bowl right through February, through March, through April, it was simply a phenomenal 3-month run for just about every single handicapper at this site. I mean, day after day, I was coming on the video reports, telling you about the half price play of the day, telling you about the $5 play of the day special, and giving you one winning handicapper's selection after another. I mean, it was like shooting fish because those big featured plays had been hitting at a 75% clip easily over a 3-month period. But everything is cyclical in this cruel, cruel thing we call gambling that we all enjoy to do. And the fact is, as I've always said, there are no guarantees in gambling. That you as a gambler, you are no different and subjected to no different streaks, both positive and negative, than the teams and the players that you are handicapping and gambling on a daily basis. And lately, it's been some slim pickings, guys. Listen, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus before putting myself in the driver's seat, because I can tell you right now, a week ago today, Sunday, I mean, I was rolling. I had won 31 out of 43 days. Think about that, 31 out of 43 days. That's not a bad 6-week run, right? And I mean, I had won 31 out of 43 baseball releases, the easiest sport, as I've told you repeatedly, to make money. And then, since last Sunday, I've lost 6 straight days and gone 0-5 in baseball. Now, listen, I can certainly endure a losing streak like that because of the money I've made already this baseball season. And fact is, all but one of those plays was a 5-dime release, my smallest play. And those 5-dimers, most have been underdogs or very small price favorites. But still, it just goes to show you, there are no guarantees in gambling. Everything is cyclical, and that's the way it goes. But that's part of the attraction of why we do it. The vicarious thrill we get when winning and being able to win enough to sustain the losing streaks, which are inevitable. It's why I always tell you guys, whenever anybody advertises or promotes or yells from the top of a building that they're going for their 87th consecutive winning day with a play they haven't lost since 1967, and they're going to give it to you absolutely free, it's a scam. Nobody wins every single day in this business. And anyone that does, they're con men, they're charlatans, they're scam artists. That's the bottom line. You want the truth? That's what I'm here for in the video. And listen, I gave you the Game 1 winner on the Spurs, absolutely free. Had to get that word in there, as my free pick of the day. And I'm going to talk about game number 2 in just a moment here. My thoughts on how to play this contest. I'm also going to give you a free baseball selection. I've won 12 of my last 19 freebies in baseball. Going to give you that on the Pirates-Cubs game at Wrigley today. But first, let's talk about your promotions. Listen, guys, you make the choice. I'm not making the choice with the half-price play of the day today. You make the choice. Save $35 on the purchase of any single handicapper's play today simply by using coupon code 35OFF, 35OFF. And one of the guys you might want to consider is Brad Wilson. Today, biggest NBA play of the season. It's a 100-dime lock. He's had 2 of them so far this year. They've both come in the postseason. They have both been total winners. And you've gotten both of those winners for the $5 play of the day release. Well, today, his 100-dime play is actually on the Game 2 side for the Spurs and the Heat. Again, Spurs-Grizzlies under back in game number 4, Pacers-Heat under in game number 7. Those were the first 200-dime releases, both of which you got for $5 play of the day releases. So you got 200 dimes of profit for $10. Maybe you want to use that discount coupon code today and get his 100-dime winner number 3 in a row. He had a 50-dime play on the Spurs-Heat under in game number 1, and I believe that was a $5 play of the day release as well that you may have gotten. This play, naturally, twice as big as that one, so you might want to check out Brad Wilton. Another hot handicapper today. Now, listen, Craig Davis has made you $2,935 with his playoff selection so far, and he's up in all sports $6,500 plus since November. He has his second biggest NBA release going today. It's his 75-dime winner number 7 out of 10 on your Game 2 side. Now, truth in advertising, guys, he did lose a 75-dimer on the Heat in game number 1, but he's still going for 75-dime winner number 7 out of 10 today, so you might want to consider that. Jeff Benton had a 40-dime winner on the Spurs in game number 1. He has a 40-dime winner on game number 2 going today. So those are some of the hot handicappers you may want to consider for today's action. For the $5 play of the day, I'm once again going to turn to a guy who has a big play on the total tonight. Matt Rivers, his second biggest release, a 400,000 star play, 400K winner, number 15 out of 21. It's on your Heat. I have on my site Heat Pacers. See, I'm still stuck on the Pacers series. The Heat Spurs over under. Normal price is $65. You can get it for just $5 simply by using coupon code MATT5, M-A-T-T, and the number 5, MATT5, as he goes for winning day number 33 out of 54 overall. So those are your two coupons for Sunday. Let's talk about game number 2 tonight. And we'll do it in a reverse chronological order, which is easy for you to say. And then I'll get to your Cubs Pirates pick in a second. You know, I noted in the video report the day after game number 1 had been played that it was really surprising that San Antonio managed to win that game, considering how poorly the Spurs shot from three-point land, hitting just 7 of 23 three-pointers. But the fact is, when you go through a game and commit just 4 turnovers, 10 under your season average, and you play some good defense and hit some good shots at the right time, well, damn it, you're going to be able to pull off upsets as a 5-point road dog. And I also pointed out that LeBron, even though he had the triple-double, it was a nice line score, okay, with 18 points, 18 rebounds, and 10 assists. But the fact is, when the self-proclaimed best player in the NBA, sarcasm dripping, only takes 16 shots, there's something wrong there. You got to get that guy the ball more. So now you're looking at game number 2. And the odds makers have priced Miami in the inevitable must-win situation. And believe me, it is a must-win situation. It is one of the most overused cliches in any sport, the must-win game, okay? And but it truly is in this situation because remember, the NBA Finals are a 2-3-2 format, not like in every other round of the NBA playoffs where it's 2-2, 1-1-1. So you go down 0-2, I don't care if you're the defending champions or not. You lose the first 2 games on your home floor, and you think you've got to go to the visitor then and play 3 straight games, chances are the series is over in 4 or 5 games. That's how it rolls with the 2-3-2 format. I hate the 2-3-2 format. I mean, listen, in reality, it's not that bad in terms of travel. You'll find that the players actually like it more than the 2-2, 1-1-1 where they got to go back and forth for those last 3 games. But in fairness, in terms of for the teams, in fairness, the 2-2, 1-1-1 is a much fairer series in terms of not having those 3 consecutive games on the one team's floor. So it is a must-win situation today. But you got Miami as a 6-point favorite. I think you're going to see LeBron come out and opt to really be a ball hog in the first half of this game tonight and really take control of the Miami Heat's offense. But here's the thing. Can the Heat generate enough points? Can they blow out San Antonio? Because that's what you're asking to be done here. Can they take care of business and win this game by 7 points? I'm sorry, guys. I just don't see it. I don't see the Spurs with their depth, with all their offensive artillery, with the fact that Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh have been so remarkably unproductive here in the postseason, and considering this Miami Heat team struggled against the Bulls, struggled against the Pacers, I just don't see the Spurs, a much better team than either one of those, suddenly just wilting and running for cover. Now listen, Miami had the opportunity at numerous times in the first 3 quarters of game number 1 to really put away the Spurs, and they couldn't. Only up by 3 at halftime. Only up by 3 at the end of 3 quarters, I think it was. But they scored 16 points in the 4th quarter. I think this is going to be a back-and-forth game. I don't think it's going to be an exceptionally high-scoring game. But I do think the only way to play it is to take San Antonio plus the points. Listen, LeBron's going to come out and look to really get involved in the offense early and get it going. But let's remember, Kawhi Leonard played really good defense against him in game number 1. Tim Duncan quietly 20 points and 14 rebounds in the opener. And the Spurs are not going to hit 7 for 23 from three-point land again. So I think the ingredients are there, even though it's a must-win situation, even though the gambling public's going to be all over Miami. I think there's a situation here that you would probably take the Spurs. Am I going to bet it? Absolutely not. But I'm going to watch the damn game, okay? And I have to be totally honest with you guys. When I gave you the Spurs in game number 1, if I was to compare the 2 free selections, I like that play 10 times more than this one. But I do think the Spurs are the play. Listen, in baseball, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Pirates as the $1.25 road favorite at Chicago as the Bucks look to complete a 3-game sweep at Wrigley. You know, Chicago is just what the Pirates needed in terms of the doctor's prescription because they entered this series at Wrigley Field having lost 5 of their previous 6 games. Then they won 2-0 and 6-2 the past 2 days. In fact, until Alfonso Soriano belted a 2-run homer in the 9th inning of Saturday's loss, Cubs have gone 17 straight innings without even scoring a run. Today, Chicago going with Edwin Jackson. You talk about a free agent bust. 1-8 on the season, 6.29 earned run average. Last 3 starts he's lost, that ERA is up over 7 after he gave up 7 runs and 12 hits in 5 2/3 innings of a home loss to Arizona last Sunday. The Cubs have only won 2 of his 11 starts this season. Meanwhile, the Pirates are going with Jeff Locke, 5-1 with a 2.45 earned run average on the season. 2-0 with a 1.75 ERA in his last 6 starts. Now, his last start, not that good. No decision against Atlanta, but he did give up 3 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings in that contest on Tuesday against the Braves. But again, Pirates have won 5 straight in the series, and I think in the pitching mismatch here, I got to go against Edwin Jackson. It's not that I'm in love with Locke in this particular game, but I like the Pirates, and I like the fact that Jackson is who they're going to be facing today. And I would think that after 11 starts pitching that poorly, he's not going to be due for a 3-hit shutout today. But then again, the way my last week has gone in baseball, I don't know. He might throw a no-hitter today and shock the hell out of all of us. But I still will say the Pirates as the slight road favorite, the way to go in this contest. Well, that'll do it, guys, for your Sunday video report. I will talk to you again on Monday morning.